Soo Won loved traveling, but during her 7-year marriage, every time she asked her husband Fu Yun-shun to travel with her, he always refused under the excuse of heavy work and business trips. Understanding his business ends, Soo Won took care of household affairs silently, even helped him manage company matters, hiding her dream of traveling deep in her heart. One day, Soo Won accidentally browsed a travel blogger's video and saw Fu Yun-shun on a Berlin cathedral. He had claimed to go on a business trip to the United States, yet he was holding another woman Li Yuyi intimately, wearing couple outfits with her. The blogger's caption read, "My wish is to see the world with someone important." Entering the blogger's homepage, Soo Won found traces of Fu Yun-shun, hundreds of videos spanning 6 years. Memories flooded back. On their first wedding anniversary, Soo Won suggested going to Antarctica to watch the aurora. But Fu Yun-shun made an excuse of negotiating with business partners and left her alone. She spent the special day by herself and even helped him deal with company work. However, in the video, Fu Yun-shun was snuggling with Liu Yi under the Antarctic aurora, and Liu Yi wore a ring personally designed by Soo Won that had gone missing mysteriously. On Christmas, Soo Won prepared a feast and spent 3 months knitting a scarf for him. She waited late into the night as the food grew cold repeatedly, only leaving a gentle message without daring to call. Later she learned Fu Yun-shun had flown to the U.S. overnight to book a giant screen in Times Square for Li Yi, sharing a sweet kiss with her. Netizens envied the loving couple, unaware their romance was built on Soo Won's pain and deception. Shaken, Soo Won called Fu Yun-shun. He spoke gently as usual, lying that he was still in America and denying being in Berlin. During the call, Soo Won clearly heard Yu Ye's voice. Fu Yun-shun hurriedly covered the phone and hung up in panic. They had met at a graduation party 8 years ago. Fu Yun-shun was deeply impressed by Soo Won's excellent hosting skills. At a class reunion afterward, he turned down all other admirers and only handed her his business card. He had once been considerate, traveling miles to buy her desserts, while she would get up late at night to cook for him during his overtime. They married with mutual understanding, and Soo Won never imagined he would betray her. Heartbroken, Soo Won booked the earliest flight to Berlin to see the truth with her own eyes. The 10-hour flight exhausted her physically and mentally. Staring at her pale and haggard reflection, she realized she had gained nothing but loss and weariness in 7 years of marriage. After landing in Berlin, she wandered aimlessly until she heard Fu Yun-shun's familiar voice. He was chatting softly with Liu Yi, talking about travel souvenirs, covering the fridge and planning dinner. Soo Won realized he had secretly bought a villa abroad, could cook, and loved traveling, none of which he had ever shown her. Soo Won called out to him. Fu Yun-shun panicked at first, then tried to explain calmly. Liu Yi stepped forward with subtle pride, wearing Soo Won's lost ring. Fu Yun-shun handed Liu Yi back to the hotel and took Soo Won to his hidden Berlin villa. The house was filled with travel fridge magnets and couple photos of him and Liu Yi, feeling more like a home than their house in Beijing. Fu Yun-shun admitted his 6-year affair without remorse, claiming life with Soo Won was too plain and dull. She was calm and reserved, unable to give him emotional comfort, while Yu Yi was coquettish and dependent, satisfying his need for admiration. Soo Won felt absurd and exhausted. Her quietness was never her nature. When Fu Yun-shun's mother was critically ill and the company faced malicious competition, she taught herself business knowledge, endured endless business dinners until stomach perforation, and stabilized his career for him. All her forbearance was to share his burdens. Yet now it became a reason for him to grow tired of her. Completely disillusioned, Soo Won proposed a divorce directly. Fu Yun-shun refused immediately, insisting he only loved her and no one could take her place as Mrs. Fu. He only wanted time to end things with Liu Yi, convinced Soo Won would never leave after sacrificing so much for him. The next day, he accompanied her back to China, showered her with expensive jewelry, and reported his schedule on time, pretending to return to the family. Seeing through his hypocrisy, Soo Won quietly packed her belongings, undecided to end the marriage for good. She tricked Fu Yunshen into signing divorce papers. Mixed with property documents, he skimmed through them carelessly and signed his name. On the 29th day after signing the papers, divorce registration would be available the next day. Fu Yunshan invited Suwon to a birthday dinner and promised to take her to Antarctica, as she had always wished. During the meal, Suwon noticed the profile picture of his business contact was exactly Liu Ye's. He tried to hide it, and Suwon saw through his lie without exposing it. Mid-dinner, Liu Yi made an excuse to ask for his help, and Fu Yunshen left Suwon alone on her birthday to meet his lover again. Soon, a stranger sent Suwon ambiguous private photos of Fu Yunshen on Liu Yi. With provocative words, mocking her for being boring and unwilling to divorce, Suwon let go of her last trace of hesitation, forwarded the photos to Fu Yunshen, and cut off all contact. Fu Yunshen panicked, begging for a meeting and explanation, but Suwon remained cold and resolute. Suwon resigned quietly, booked an overseas flight, and prepared to travel alone as she had always dreamed. The next day, she got her divorce certificate at the Civil Affairs Bureau, sent the other copy to Fu Yunshen via delivery, changed her phone number, and flew to Paris without a word. Waiting at home, Fu Yunshen received the divorce certificate and fell into overwhelming regret. He rushed to her company only to find she had resigned long ago. After checking her travel information, he learned she had flown to Paris and searched for her frantically but could never catch up. Following her plan, Suwon flew from Paris to Ushuaia in Argentina, then boarded a cruise to Antarctica. On the journey, she met a group of Chinese travelers, including a gentle young man named Ju Yi. Suwon was surprised to find the wave-shaped gem bracelet on Ju Yi's wrist was her debut design under the pen name S, with only 2 pieces made in total. One was kept by herself, and the other was auctioned to an anonymous fan who turned out to be Ju Yi. He confessed he had been her loyal fan for years and once tried to major in design just for her, only to have his application changed by his family. The two quickly bonded over their love for travel and art. Arriving in Antarctica amid the polar night, the temperature dropped to -30 degrees. Ju Yi thoughtfully stood against the wind for Suwon. That night they witnessed the stunning aurora dancing across the sky, with green light rippling into purple and pink glimmers. The magnificent natural scenery healed Suwon's heart completely. After the Antarctic trip, Ju Yi suggested traveling the world together, and Suwon agreed readily. They wandered freely across countries. Ju Yi recorded their travels and posted videos online, which Fu Yunshen stumbled upon. He recognized Suwon at once and regretted deeply after searching for her for half a year. Always one step behind. Later, Fu Yunshen managed to meet Suwon, apologized sincerely, claimed he had broken up with Liu Yi, and hoped to reconcile, even offering to leave all property to her. Suwon refused calmly, telling him their separation was not impulsive but due to his long-term deception and betrayal. The past was over, and she wished he would not disturb her again. Ju Yi appeared in time and took Suwon away naturally, leaving Fu Yunshen alone in despair. He finally realized he had lost her forever. In the following days, Fu Yunshen also traveled around, visiting every place Suwon had been to, clinging to the last trace of connection, yet remaining lonely all along. Suwon paid no attention to Fu Yunshen's life. She continued traveling with Ju Yi, heading next to Africa to appreciate the primitive beauty of nature. Freed from her failed marriage, she healed herself among mountains, rivers and oceans, met a kindred spirit, and lived the free and wonderful life she had always longed for.